Hi Flosstube, it's Sandy Bacus, and it is Sunday. Me and the date. I usually know what day it is, but I just have a heck of a time. Anyways, it's July 29th. It is going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just wanted to drop in here really quickly with my first clip 1 of my vlog for this coming week. Because I had a new start, and I have really wanted to do the Sunday high tea that Carolyn does for the Friday off the grid group, and I had never done that yet, so I thought, well, you know what, I want to have a new start for the Sunday high tea this month. So this is a chart that I had received as part of my winnings when I won Nana's Needles. I think it was her 2,000 subscriber contest. But anyways, I had gotten this chart, and this is Sweet Land of Liberty by Cherry Stitches. And as you know, I don't usually stitch this type, but it looked really interesting, and so I wanted to get it started. So this is what I did. I am using 14 count. I took a piece of just plain white Aida and I coffee tea dyed it, and I thought that the modeling and everything on it is really nice. You can see some of that there. Open it up the rest of the way. But anyways, here is my new start on that. And I'm showing it to you now because I am getting ready to put this away now so that I can get spring montage out and do my last day of my rotation on that. This is really easy to stitch. It only has 3 colors in it, and I'm using the called for colors, which, let me look here really quick. They are, one is Gentle Arts Sampler Cherry Wine, then Gentle Arts Shaker Black Raspberry Jam, and then Gentle Arts Shaker Toffee. So 3 colors, and you stitch a whole great big section all in one color, and then you move to another motif and you did another one in one color. So fairly quick stitching, very easy to follow the pattern, and so I am enjoying this. So I just wanted to pop on here and say that I'm going to get back to spring montage today. If I'm correct, and I think I am, today is my last day on spring montage. So perhaps tomorrow or maybe Tuesday I'll pop on here and show you where I ended with spring montage before I put it away, and maybe show you what I'm going to be stitching on next, along with my quilt blocks, which I really need to work on. I'd gotten a little tired of them there, and I need to get back to the birds. So I will let you go here and just say have a good rest of your weekend or whatever day it is when you're watching this, and happy stitching. So long, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Sandy Bacus here for clip number 2 of the vlog for this week. I'm getting positive comments about the vlog, so I think I might continue to do this unless I run into a problem. I just wanted to pop on here really quick today, have a short little chat, and show you what I have been working on. And today is Tuesday. It's July 31st. Look at that! I got the date without having to look up to the calendar. I looked beforehand. Told myself, you have to check this. Okay, so anyways, I can't believe tomorrow is starting of August. Wow. But anyways, I've had a nice couple of days. The weather has been a little bit cooler. We've been in the 70s, and not so bad humidity. We have had some cloudy days, but not a whole heck of a lot of rain. We do need rain though, but my husband keeps complaining every time he hears it's going to rain. But you know, I think the whole country is in need of some rain. So as long as it doesn't rain the whole day and the whole night, you know, just some showers on and off, that would be helpful. Okay, enough said for that. Yesterday, I went for my walk in the morning, and I posted a little video clip called Country Drive. Check it out if you want to. It's basically my drive home from the park now that the railroad tracks are open and I can take the country roads and don't have to go through town. I kind of enjoyed shooting the video, and if you like seeing countryside and lots of trees and everything and old country roads, it's a video for you. So check it out if you want to. I also wanted to mention that I have comments to answer. I have been reading them all. I read them on my phone, but I can't really answer them on my phone. It doesn't give me a screen big enough for me to see it to actually put any replies in. So I wait till I can get on my laptop and go in, and then I will go into manage comments, and I will try to do a whole bunch of them at once. So I'll be getting to that. And also I owe some people some charts, and I will be getting those out. So no worries, I'll get to it. Okay, yesterday after my walk, we went to the doctor's, and he mentioned my anxiety. I didn't bring it up to him, and I told him I had stopped taking that last medication after a week. And so he suggested a different type of medication. I forget the name of it, and I haven't picked it up from the pharmacy yet. But he said it's used off-label for anxiety. It's actually an antihistamine, but it does have a calming effect. So, and it's one that you take only when you need it. You don't have to take it every day. It has no really bad side effects. It does not, it's not habit forming, so you don't, if you've taken it for a while, you don't have to back down off of it. You can take it every 8 hours if you need it. He said if I have some days where I'm feeling calm and I don't need it at all, I don't have to take it at all. He said it could cause a little bit of drowsiness, so he said don't take one and then go for a 3 hour where you're going to be driving for 3 hours. I don't usually do that anyways, so I'm looking forward to picking this up and trying it out and seeing how it will work for me. If I find out it does work and I get the name of the medication, I'll pass that along at some time in a future video. Okay, other than that, he gave me a really good A-OK on my checkup, and my husband's blood pressure was up just a little bit too high, so they want to keep watching that a little bit because he's on 2 blood pressure medications, and they don't know why that top number would be up where it was, so we're going to watch that. Okay, I had told you that I was taking a spring montage out of my rotation and that I would show you where I was at. I do have a lot of hanging threads here, so I apologize for that, but when I'm done stitching with something, I'm done stitching it. I just drop my threads where they were. But here's where I got to, and mostly what I did was I had started out, I think, like right here, so I did all of this in here. I did as much of this back stitching in here as I could, brought this border across the top, brought the border down here, put in this black here, and brought that border across. So that's where we're at with that, and I will be bringing that out when it comes up in my rotation again. Okay, in my plans, what I intend to do is I'm going to get birds out this afternoon, and I'm going to put maybe about a half hour into birds so that I can keep this going, because as you know, this is a gift and I will need this within the next couple of months. Okay, also after that, I am going to get the quilt blocks back out, and I'm going to try to work on the 4th one down here. It is not a full coverage like these were. It has some open spaces in it, so it should go a lot quicker, and hopefully maybe I could get that whole quilt block done today, and then I'd be ready to move to the next column. And what I've been working on here just the last 2 days has been Teapot. That came up in my rotation, and this had been done. And so I started over here, and I've got all the stitching in here now. And now I'm going to go in and do the back stitching. And then when this is done, then I will be moving on down into the teapot. This is an 18 count. It's a dimensions kit. And I don't know whether I will continue on with this one after I get that back stitching in, or because I'm going to work on birds and I'm going to work on the quilt blocks, what I may do is just have the 2 days on this and move on to the next item in my rotation, because as you all know, 18 count does cause my eyes a bit of problem because of the cataracts. Even with my daylight lamp and magnifier, it still causes me a few fits. Worked on it this morning, didn't have a problem with that, but you just never know as the day goes on, and especially in the evening, forget it. Okay, that's about it, and I'm going to let you all go and see you on my next portion of my vlog. So have a good day. Bye. Hi everybody, it's Sandy Bacus here for my last clip of my vlog for this week. It's Friday, and here I go looking at the calendar again. It's August 3rd. Hello, welcome. I don't think in my other clips I said welcome to all my subscribers and new subscribers, and glad you're here. So just said that now. I am a little bit just kind of, I feel fine, but my anxiety is kind of popped up. In fact, you're not going to believe what I did yesterday. For some reason, I had to go to the doctor, and I came home, and for some reason, I started thinking it was Friday, and my anxiety was high, and I kept thinking, okay, I've got to get my video done so I can get those pieced together and get that uploaded. And I sat down, and it was a horrible clip. I mean, I was everywhere. And then at the very end of it, it dawned on me that it was Thursday. And I knew that when I got up in the morning because I had a doctor's appointment. But anyways, so I deleted that. So we're going to start over today. And although my anxiety is still kind of riding high, I'm just going to take a deep breath and calm myself and get into this video. So it has been a crazy week and busy. I think that's the reason why my anxiety level is up. So hopefully next week is going to settle down and I'll settle down. But anyways, I told you Monday I had gone to the doctors, my husband and I both, and everything was good. On Tuesday, I went to the dentist, and I had a good checkup. And then yesterday, I had to go to the dermatologist for my yearly skin cancer check. I have had skin cancer in the past. I've had a couple that were surface, that they just kind of scraped down into the first layers of skin. And I had one on my leg that was a different type, and I forget what they called it, but anyways, they had to dig down and actually like core into my leg, and that one took a lot longer to heal. But I try to stay out of the sun because of that, and so my checkup was good. So I'm good to go for another year. Let's see, what else? I got my hair cut and colored. My grays were really starting to show through, especially right in here. And even after coloring, those grays are still there. But, you know, what are you going to do? They don't show up that bad because my hair is blonde. And I've always been a blonde. Maybe not always as light as it is right now because, well, it was when I was a kid. And then it darkened up as I got older. But I have colored my hair since I was probably 15 or 16 years old because of the fact that my hair is so fine and so thin that without coloring on it, my hair sticks so close to my scalp, it's like I don't have hair. So consequently, I want to look at least like, you know, like I have some hair. I mean, you can tell if you look right here, you can see my scalp. I live with that. Oh, well. Okay, let's see, what else? Oh, I found the little slip of paper that I had written the name of the person who had asked me for that Paula Vaughn spring garden spot, and it's Zen Stitcher, and she's from Texas, and she had actually given me her address. I have tried to contact her through Instagram to see if she is still interested in this. She was before, so I'm assuming she still would be, and since I have her address, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and mail the chart to her. If for some reason I would get it back in the mail, then I'll offer it up to whoever else would have interest in it. So I am going to go ahead and just mail that out to her. So Zen Stitcher, I really don't know what your first name is, but if you happen to watch this, you can watch for that chart coming in the mail. I have not mailed out the charts from last week. I will get those in the mail this week. I'm also going to let the charts ride for a week because I am so far behind on watching videos. It's like every day I load up any new videos from my subscriber, from people I'm subscribed to, and I have 30 to 40 every day, and there's no way that I can get through that many in a day. So I just keep adding to it, and then I've got 30 and 40 more, and then next day I watch, and then I've still got 30 to 40. So I would assume that everybody else is behind too. So I'm going to let those charts ride for another week and give you an opportunity to request those. I'll just review them really quickly just in case you didn't see them and you have an interest in them. So here, let me really quickly just show these. There was these little Halloween ornaments from the week before. If anybody's interested in those, just tell me you want to stitch the Halloween ornaments. And there were some other things back in there. There was these for waist canvas, but of course you can stitch these on regular linen or Aida. These little birdies here kind of remind me of the little birdies that I'm stitching right now. So that one is waist canvas. This one is for kids only. Check those out. So that one would be for kids only. And this one is the one I had finished, Cherry Alphabet. So if you have interest, just leave a comment saying that you're interested in those. And then I'll draw the names for those next week and show you a new set of charts. Okay, let's see. Oh, I made a purchase, a rather large one. I saw on Flosstube, and I forget which cross-stitch group it was, somebody was asking about a frame and people were giving their opinions on it, and so I decided to go ahead and buy this. And you reach over here and get it. And I got it set up with a Q-snap in it so you can see. This is from Case Creation. It's called the Z-frame. And you put it together with these clamps, and then this clamp up here holds your Q-snap. And I had bought a frame a while back. I'm going to put this here so I can look at you. I had bought a frame a while back, but it has the pieces on both sides. And it was okay for putting an 11-inch Q-snap on it. You couldn't put anything smaller on it because the parts come in from the sides, and that was about as small as it would get. It would be more for scroll rods, and currently I don't have any scroll rods. So it was difficult for me to use because I I'm not a two-handed stitcher, and I kept having to go like this. I kept having to go around this and then up. Okay, so that was an issue for me. So I put that frame away, and I thought, well, maybe I'll sell it one of these days, or maybe sometime I'll try scroll rods. So this one, I put. This is my latest in my rotation, Home Sweet Home. I put this in here this morning and just did a couple of stitches in here, and it works pretty good. And somebody had said it was better to leave the clamp, your Q-snap clamp, off on this side, but then I found my fabric wasn't taut enough there. So I put the clamp on, I screwed this down, and I just did it a few stitches, and I stitch in a recliner. So this is why it's kind of skewed, because I'm leaning back. So this is level, and you can see this is kind of level, but that's because of the fact that when I'm in the recliner, this is back, going back. Well, actually it'd be tilted this way towards you, but when in the recline, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So I thought it worked pretty good. And of course, when I'm stitching, it would be turned around in this direction, and it would be tilted towards me because I'm in the recliner. And then I bring my magnifier and light down over here, and then I've got this open here, so I can move my arm. And so I think it's going to work for me. And this Q-snap that I have in here right now is a 6x8 that I put together as a 6x8. And I'm looking forward to trying my 11-inch Q-snap for my shades of summer and seeing how that works out. So I will let you guys know if anybody is interested in purchasing a frame like that. Again, it's Kay's Creation. I'll put that down below. It's from Amazon. And I don't know about doing links, but if I can figure out how to link you to that, I will do that. And so that's that one. So let's see, what else do I have on my list here? Oh, earlier this week I had told you I had some plans. Well, those didn't quite pan out the way they were supposed to. Like I said, I've had a lot of appointments this week. We have been getting our deck done. Our deck on the back of off our sliding glass door in our dining room was sinking, and one side was sinking lower than the other. And there was a pine tree right next to it that was maybe about this close to the railing. And there was some tree stumps out there because when we moved here, there had been other trees around that deck that we had to cut down before this. So we had somebody come out, and first the guy tore out the old deck. Then the tree service came in, they cut down the tree, they ground out all the stumps, and the guy dropped off all the lumber the other day, and now he's supposed to be coming back today to actually start building a new deck. So we're not getting anything fancy, we're just pretty much replacing what we had, but they'll be bringing it up to what current codes are. And so that has, of course, meeting with contractor and tree guy and all that kind of stuff has taken up a lot of my time. Let's see, what else? I have a little list here so I can try to make sure that I don't forget anything. So anyways, about those plans, I had said I was going to put about a half hour into my birds that day. Well, that didn't happen, but I did last night sit down with it and just put a few more stitches. I finished out, I think I had the orange yet to do on this side and then up on this side, and I put a little more of the yellow in. Not much, but just, a few stitches. And what is that? Every stitch counts. That is very true. Then I did work on my quilt blocks, and I don't want to take this out of the Q-snap, so I'm going to try to do this. I don't think I showed you that I had finished this bottom block, and so the bottom block is now done. And if I did show you that on a prior clip, I'm sorry, but I think I just finished that up. So that's that bottom block, and as you can tell, I had said that's not complete total coverage, and so you can see the fabric showing through there. Then I started up at the top next to the other is over here. And so I started that same block again, because as I said, I was going to reverse the order. So I have a little bit of progress on that. And pretty much that's it for stitching. I put a few stitches into that Home Sweet Home. I'm not even going to bother to try to show that to you because there's not enough there to even talk about. So that one will be in next week's video. I am going to continue with my rotation. As I said, Home Sweet Home is the next one up. Teapot I put away. I told you I was going to finish the back stitching on that upper corner. That didn't happen either. I just finally just put it away for this rotation. I did 2 days on that. And because it's an 18 count, it's a little bit more difficult for my eyes, and with my anxiety, 18 count wasn't cutting it for this week. So hopefully when that comes back in the when that one comes back in the rotation, I will be a little calmer and I can put some time into that one. Let's see, next thing. I talked about what I'm going to do about the charts. Okay, I did watch a couple of new to me Flosstubers. Zen Stitcher. She does a lot of reproduction samplers, and she had charts that I have never seen before. So it was kind of interesting just to see the charts that she was working on. And she does beautiful work. So check her out, Zen Stitcher. I think her first name was Tanya. Okay, and then Dee's Delights. Diana. She's an older stitcher. She lives in Florida. And she has some stunning finishes, absolutely stunning. She did some Paula Bond. So if you want to see beautiful work, go check out Dee's Delights. And I will list these below. The next one that I watched that was new to me was Stitchy in Colorado. And this is a mother and son. And I think she said she was originally a knitter and that they are new to cross stitch. So really nice videos. So I think I watched 2 of their videos. So check them out and see what you think. Okay, that's all I have for new Flosstubers. And I think the only other thing that I have to say is I'm going on a road trip. And I am so excited. It is 2 weeks from today. And you'll never guess where I'm going. I live in Ohio. Cincinnati is in Ohio, except it's on the opposite end of the state from where I live. And Cincinnati is where StitchCon was. Cincinnati is also where Keepsakes is. And I've been watching Pam and Steph and seeing people come to visit on Fridays to the shop. And I thought, I wonder how far that actually would be for me to drive. So I looked it up. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Only 3 hours and 20 minutes. Now, as I've gotten older, I'm not as brave as I used to be. 20 years ago, I would have said, hey, let's go get in the car. Let's go right now. I'm on my way. But I'm not that brave anymore. So to me, that 3 hours and 20 minutes seemed like a long time to be in the car all by myself. And of course, then with my anxiety, I start thinking about, well, what if I have car trouble? Or what if I have this? Or what if I want to stop and eat and I'm all by myself? And then people are going to be looking at me. If you suffer with anxiety, you know where I'm coming from. If you don't, you're not going to understand no matter what I say. And that's, you know, that's not your fault. It's some people just don't understand it. But then I thought, my granddaughter is not at college right now, and she has always been in for a road trip. So I sent her a text message and I said, road trip to Cincinnati? And, or actually, I didn't say Cincinnati. I said to Keepsakes in Cincinnati. And you know what? I'm not even sure if I said Cincinnati. I just said road trip. And I got a text message back that said, I'm down with that. Well, I think that I'm down with that means she's ready to go. So I have checked it out. It is about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on traffic, from my house to her house. And then I checked, and it's 3 hours and 20 minutes from her house to go to Keepsakes too, because basically I would go straight south, and from where she lives, she's a little bit further south, but she's further west. So by the time the two would converge, the way to go to get to Route 7 or Interstate 71. So we are going on the 17th. I've already let Pam and Steph know that I'm coming, and they're, they said, good, looking forward to it. So, and they don't know me. I don't even know if they've ever watched one of my videos or not, but I know them from their videos, and I'm really excited to be going down there. I plan to spend several hours down there having some chatting and looking around the shop and maybe spending some money, which, like I need more charts. But, you all know what I'm talking about. So I am so looking forward to it. And you'll probably hear about it more next week because I'm going to be talking about it. And so Cincinnati, here I come. And I know that Miranda loves a road trip, so I'm sure she's going to be looking forward to it too. So that, I think, will wrap up this week's vlog. I know there hasn't been a whole heck of a lot of stitching in it, but I promise that that'll change next week because I only have one doctor's appointment next week. This is the time of year when all of those yearly visits come up, and you got to get them taken care of. So I want to send out my hugs to everybody, my love to everybody. I wish that all of you have a wonderful, wonderful stitching week, and then I will see you next week. So take care and happy stitching. Bye.